It's the morning briefing. This is for Thursday, the 2nd of March. I'm James Spann. Alabama's active weather continues through midday tomorrow. Not expecting severe storms today, but there is a good chance we'll see a band of strong to severe storms tomorrow morning, and conditions very windy tomorrow, away from storms. And then after that, the weekend looks just good. But let's get through the next couple of days here and talk about what's to come. This is the upper air look early this morning at the insane hour of 5:19, and we have that strong upper low at Phoenix. And again, that will be rotating through Texas and then lifting out to the northeast, going negative tilt, and that'll be providing the dynamic support for the potential for severe storms tomorrow morning. Now, this is the radar look, the radar composite across the Deep South as I do this update live. And again, you can see showers and a few thunderstorms over about the northern half of Alabama. And got kind of rough last night for North Alabama. We had some scattered damage in parts of Marion County, northwest of Hamilton, and also some scattered damage in parts of Morgan and Limestone and Madison counties up in the Tennessee Valley. But those storms have been weakening steadily for the past 6 hours. And again, we don't expect any severe weather problems today, but yes, it will rain at times. Temperatures are mostly in the 60s to start the day. We've got 62 for Birmingham, Huntsville 61, Mobile 73. They've been so warm of late. So the entire state is in a wind advisory, and this is for late tonight and tomorrow. And again, away from storms, non-convective winds, gradient winds. They're going to be very strong, gusting to 40, maybe 45 miles an hour in spots. So that in itself could lead to some power outages. And again, the wind advisory, not for today, but for tomorrow, late tonight and tomorrow. And also the flash flood watch remains in effect for the Tennessee Valley of extreme North Alabama, the counties there in green. And around the nation, flash flood watches run from Arkansas up into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, with that deep upper low coming through there this morning. So it's going to be a very active convective day ahead. We have a moderate risk, and that is level 4 out of 5 around the Arklatex. Then that would include places like Shreveport, Texarkana, Tyler, and Longview. And surrounding that, we have an enhanced risk from central Texas over into Mississippi. But notice there's no risk of any severe weather really in Alabama. And understand this outlook extends through 6 a.m. tomorrow. And there is a sliver of West Alabama in a risk here, but that's for the activity that will be coming in early tomorrow morning. Again, the day today, no problems with severe weather. So after 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have a risk of severe storms across the southeast U.S. In Alabama, we've got the standard slight risk, which is level 2 out of 5, basically north of a line from near Thomasville to Greenville to Troy and Eufaula. The areas in yellow. South of that, there's a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk over the southern quarter of the state. And much more on the storms tomorrow morning and the threat levels and the timing here in just a moment. And then on day 3, which is Saturday, no severe weather expected across the country. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. Heavier totals a little northwest of Alabama. Around here, rain amounts for the northern half of the state between 1 and 2 inches. For South Alabama, under 1/2 inch. So model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. The deep upper low is near El Paso. And again, today will be cloudy, occasional showers, a thunderstorm or two, highs low to mid-70s, but no severe weather expected. That surface low you see in Texas, that'll be the one to watch. 991 millibars. That'll be moving northeast rapidly, and that's going to set the stage for severe storms west of Alabama today. Shreveport, Texarkana, Tyler, Longview. Again, those cities in that moderate level 4 out of 5 risk. So tomorrow morning, that upper trough is going negative tilt west of the state. That's providing the dynamic support for the storms. So let's go to high-resolution modeling. This is the latest HRRR, High-Resolution Rapid Refresh, the HRRR. And this is valid tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And again, it's trending a little slower. And you can see that broken band of showers and thunderstorms pushing into West Alabama. So that line, it might be 6 or 7 o'clock before it gets to the state line. But understand it will be racing through the state very quickly. It might blow through the entire state in less than 6 hours. So this is one limiting factor, and that's the instability, and there's just not that much, but there's a little bit. And with strong dynamic support, again, you could have strong to severe storms with CAPE values like that. But considering the time of day and the lack of instability, hopefully that will mitigate some of the threat. But the wind dynamics are very strong. This is the storm relative helicity, and those values are very high for the northern half of the state. They drop off considerably down in South Alabama. But again, certainly when you see numbers like that, there could be a few isolated tornadoes within the line. But again, the STP values are not that high because of the lack of instability. So the main threat with the line will be most likely from strong straight line winds, but there could be an isolated tornado. And again, away from storms, this is really a kind of a big deal, the gradient winds. And again, these are 10-meter wind gusts. The surface winds maybe not quite that high, but still, I do think at the surface we could see winds in advance of that line gusting to 40, 45 miles an hour. So between the line itself and the convective winds and those winds, the gradient winds, I think we're going to have some power outages tomorrow morning and probably some trees down and some power lines down. So be aware it's going to be a rocky start to the day. The timing really has not been adjusted at this point, and I'm trying to be consistent with the National Weather Service in Birmingham and their offices, but this is, again, what they put out yesterday, and they've updated their graphic, and it's the same this morning. So West Alabama may be as early as 4. It might be closer to 6 before it hits the state line, but 4 until 8 a.m. for West Alabama. For the central strip there, Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, 6 until 10. And then for East Alabama, 8 until noon. And then after that, the storms sweep out of here, and tomorrow afternoon, the sky clears. Deep surface low is located south of Chicago. And if this verifies, Chicago could see a pretty good bit of snow here over toward Gary, Indiana, and parts of southern Michigan. But the high tomorrow will be most likely in the 70s with a clearing sky by afternoon. Saturday looks great. The weekend looks great. Saturday morning, we start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 60s. And Sunday, beautiful. Lots of sunshine. The low around 40. The high will be, again, at or just over 70 in most spots. So next week, Monday, moisture begins to come back. We'll bring in the chance of showers, mainly for the southern half of the state. And then Tuesday, a chance of showers statewide. There's no major storm system around, so we're not expecting any severe weather. And the same thing on Wednesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we'll have showers around with the highs mostly in the 70s. And then this is a week from today, Wednesday, the 9th of March. The flow goes northwest and a drier air mass drops in here. Highs probably dropping back in the 60s. And at this point, the latter half of the week looks rain-free. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday the 11th. A big trough in the western states. We'll watch that. And a band of showers and thunderstorms coming in here. And after that, the weather should be turning noticeably colder. Again, we always see some pretty impressive late-season cold snaps here in March and the first half of April. A lot of rain here, but that's not unusual. This is March, a very wet month. The mean on the European for Birmingham, the green line, that's between 4 and 5 inches between now and the 17th of March. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. This is for Birmingham. Your number might vary. 69 today, 75 tomorrow. And then for the weekend, upper 60s on Saturday, low 70s Sunday. Next week, 77 Tuesday, the numbers come back down through the 60s for the end of next week. And again, this is the latest 8 to 14-day guidance in the house. This is for March 9th through March 15th. And look at that. All of a sudden, it's all blue, which means temperatures below average. And again, the pattern flips suggest we'll see some pretty good cold snaps here over the latter half of March, but too early to be specific. So again, a pretty rough night last night. We had tornado warnings in effect for parts of the Tennessee Valley. And again, there was some scattered damage reported. Once we get the sun up, we'll know more about what type of damage, but certainly some trees and lines were taken down. I know in Marion County, we had some tree and power line damage northwest of Hamilton, up around Scottsville, up toward Pig Eye. This is what it looked like in Haleyville last night. Some small hail was falling, and the lightning was just tremendous with those storms. We had some real fire in the sky last night. Those lightning hits were almost nonstop in spots. That was some of the video taken from Decatur. Had a pretty good tornado signature passing just north and west of Decatur last night. And again, that prompted several tornado warnings in effect. But those storms weakened steadily after midnight. So that'll do it for this morning. As always, we have notes on the blog. And if you're new here, we do these videos twice a day, weekdays. Weekends as needed. We do it in the morning about 5:15 Central Time and in the afternoon about 2:30 Central Time. Let's see, today going up to Boaz. See the kids at Boaz Intermediate School, then Green Valley Elementary in Hoover. And no school tomorrow because we will be working in the morning. I had Rock Quarry in Tuscaloosa scheduled. That's been moved back a week. So, again, we'll do the next update here about 2:30 this afternoon. Again, notes on the blog, alabamawx.com. And, of course, as always, we invite you to watch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.